Hi folks, I brought you to our Victoria Park here in Moncton. There's not a lot of snow and a lot of it's not sticking to the trees. Mind you, there's not a lot of trees in the park, but they're majestic trees for those that actually still exist. We just got the right temperature in regards to actually trying to get something, to give you a tour of it without having too much sun glare. So let's take a tour, shall we? During the summertime, what you see in front of you is usually a fountain. There used to be a gazebo here, right there on the hill where you see some markings, shrubbery, a lockbox for electrical equipment for this pump, our lamps. Unfortunately, I don't know much about the park myself. I've never inquired, never really researched. The only thing I do know is that over the last 10 years it's gone extensive reconstruction in regards to what they used to have. But I do know that they do have war monuments, or at least one tribute to our fallen comrades in the park. You have to love trees. In winter, the fun thing about them, and the bad thing, is that the weight of the snow and ice will cause them to sag down. In bad cases, like we've seen over in Quebec during the ice storms, or actually ice storm, trees collapsed under the weight. We still have that happening once in a while, depending on the weather temperatures. But it has to be freezing rain. That's usually what happens. Snow doesn't stick to what we have often. It really doesn't stick to any of the actual trees for a long period of time, as you can see. This one, the snow has almost been blown off or melted off. This was, I forgot to mention, this is what I wanted to let you know. It was wind driven. Compared to Newfoundland, though, we're not getting anything. They have 100-kilometer-hour winds right now, with up to possibly 30 centimeters of snow over in St. John's, Newfoundland, and the whole slice of that province going at a 25-degree angle towards the Atlantic. So it's going to be nice to see what the results are. I really feel for them because I hate shoveling, and those guys probably shovel more than we've ever seen anyone shovel. But you see this? Okay, that's wind-blown snow. That's all it is. The one was whipping it around and forcing it onto the objects. And now I'm going to show you two of the monuments, well actually the only two monuments in the park. There's another one down the other end, sorry, a third monument, but I don't think I'll bring you there today. There's this guy, which we see from the back, and that cannon over there. Killed or died of wounds from Moncton and parish of Moncton in the Great World War. And here are all the names of the people who died. And unfortunately, there's also writing on these epitaphs right here, but I don't get to see any of it. That's one thing about wars that I don't like. Deaths. But unfortunately, until we invent the pacifier gun, firing only jujubes and gummy bears, I don't think it's going to do much. And here's the gun, up close and personal. Actually, it's not a gun, it's a cannon. Sorry. All the mechanisms are still on it. I think Dave would have a field day trying to get this repaired and putting it back in firing order. But he has fun, better than me. So, as you can see, we are at the park and we are having a good time. See, there's not that much snow. If I go off the beaten path, we don't have that much snow. Maybe 10 centimeters. I'd say probably more along the lines of just under 10 in some places, just over 10 in some others. So, Edmonton's being pounded by snow in the past day and a half. The wind was whipping it around so badly that the Edmonton airport was saying that they had snow drifts of up to a meter high. A meter high is just around 4 feet. Actually, a meter is if you take your arm, go like this, and your other span, that's about a meter. Well, of course, it's a little bit exaggerated, but hey. I just hope that everyone's okay. If anyone's listening from for this vid and they're from Alberta, I really feel for you guys. I hope you're all fine, because there's been reports of nasty accidents happening over the course of the actual storm. Now, if I cut out, my battery is about to die, and with the cold I don't know if it's going to last longer. But I really hope that you have a nice afternoon. For those that are in the afternoon, good night to those that are going to bed. Good evening for those that are going into the night. And good morning for those that are just waking up and it is actually morning. And now, that's it for me for this particular portion. Look at this tree. I love this. This is the one thing I miss about being in my hometown for winter. Going in the backwoods and snowshoeing my way around the woods. But anyways, I hope you really have a nice one, as I'm used to saying.